Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to your writing lesson today. We have finished up our narrative writing piece, so we are going to begin something new today. I would like to introduce you a little bit to adjectives. Adjectives are words in our language that describe a noun and tell about it. So if we think back to a verb is a word that shows action or somebody doing something. A noun is a person, place, or thing. Well, an adjective is a word that actually describes a noun. For example, we could use the old woman and the old man in the gingerbread man, that they were both old. So old would be an adjective that describes a noun. So let's look at the top of this paper right here. It actually says adjectives right here. Adjectives. And it says adjectives, I'll circle that. Adjectives are words that describe nouns. Adjectives tell details about people, places, and things. Let's look at this sentence. It says, the two big dogs are brown. The word two describes dogs, and big describes dogs, and the word brown describes them. So two, big, and brown are all adjectives because it talks about the dogs and tells details about the dogs. It's kind of difficult to see up at the top, but let's go down here at the bottom. And in this box right here, we have some adjectives in this box. The first word is heavy. Heavy describes how much something weighs. Here is the word hot. It describes how something feels. Here is the number word 2. That tells how many of something. Here is a color word green. It talks about the color of something. And here's the word tiny. It looks like tinny, but it's tiny. And that describes the size of something. So these are all adjectives that describe a noun. Heavy, hot, two, green, and tiny. They all describe how many, what color, what size, how it feels, or how much something weighs. So let's look at number 1. It says, Rosa likes her blank and red hat. Her blank and red hat. Red is an adjective. It describes hat. But there's another word that would describe hat up in the box. Rosa likes her heavy and red hat? Probably not. Rosa likes her hot and red hat? Probably not. Rosa likes her two and red hat? That does not even make sense, right? Rosa likes her green and red hat. I bet it's another color because red is already there. So I'm going to write the adjective green in this blank right here. Green. Now it says Rosa likes her green and red hat. We've used this adjective, and green describes the hat. So the hat is 2 colors. Okay, let's try number 2. Steve, that's a name, read blank books. Steve read heavy books? Probably not. Steve read hot books? That doesn't quite make sense. Steve read 2 books. I bet they're describing how many books he read. So the adjective here would be 2. It tells how many books he read. It describes the word books. Books is a noun, and 2 is an adjective. 2 is describing books. Green is describing hats. Okay, let's cross out 2. Number 3, that ant is so blank. That ant is so heavy? No, I don't think the ant is heavy. That ant is so hot? It could be. Let's see if there's a better answer. That ant is so tiny. I think that one fits the best because ants are quite small. So tiny is an adjective. It talks about the size of the ant. Tiny is the adjective, but what is it describing? Oh, the noun is over here this time. So tiny is describing ant, the tiny ant. Number 4, don't, which is a contraction for do not. Don't touch the blank oven. Don't touch the blank oven. Don't touch the heavy oven? Probably not. Don't touch the hot oven? Oh, that makes a lot of sense because ovens can be hot when they're turned on. Don't touch the hot oven. Hot is an adjective. It's describing the noun oven right here. So we have an adjective hot and oven is the noun. It's describing the noun. Number 5, is the box too blank to lift? Is the box too heavy? There's the word heavy. This talks about the weight of the box. So it's describing the box. It is heavy. Okay, so where is my noun? Here is a noun, box. And heavy is describing the noun box. So sometimes the noun is on the right and sometimes the noun is on the left. Okay, boys and girls, so today's learning target was to identify an adjective, which is a word that describes a noun. It is a word that can talk about color, size, how many, how it feels, and how much it weighs. All right, for your activity, for your writing today, please check out the next slide. Tomorrow we'll talk a little bit more about adjectives. Thank you, boys and girls.